Hi, AEW Pax This is Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another mother loving lie video. Shout out to the AEW Pax Monkeys, the Master Marks Militia, and the Day One Doggy Bones. Shout out to my dog, K Breezy, my dog, Evan Gora, my dog, TW Booty Hunter, my dog, Dante Jerome 23, my dog, Marcus Brown, and my dog, King Mike's World. Today's video is simply titled Ricochet is All Elite. He's all elite, folks. It hasn't happened just yet, but it's going to happen. He's all elite. That's the reason why he is not going to re-sign with WWE. I'll take a drink. And what does this mean for WWE with Ricochet leaving? Nothing. It don't mean shit. Sugar. It doesn't mean anything. In the years that Ricochet has been with WWE, there has been no character development, no growth, no skills changing, and he can't get over with the crowd. You see, it's okay to be a high flyer and jump and hop and skip and dip and do whatever you do like you work for AEW, which you will soon, Ricochet. But when you can't get over with the crowd and when the mic is placed in your hand and you can't cut a promo, I hate to tell you, brother, it just ain't going to work. WWE aren't pushing you to what you want to be pushed to because you don't have the presence, bro. They've tried to do everything that they could to make you into something in WWE, and it just hasn't worked. They can't elevate you to a higher level because, yeah, you might have swag and know how to dress, but your charisma is lacking. That's why you being in a place like AEW is perfect. And I mean, it's not like you're 23 years old, Ricochet. You're 35 years old and you still don't have charisma. You're just a high flyer. That's it. And you're not a high flyer on the level of Rey Mysterio where you have a character or there's a reason why someone wants to see you. You're just a high flyer. Why am I bald? Why are you ugly? You can't even cap on people. Ricochet, brother. Let me tell you something, man. When you work for the biggest wrestling company in the world, sometimes you're not meant to be the world heavyweight champion. To those people out there who say that WWE dropped the ball on Ricochet, where did they drop the ball at? They've tried every single thing to make this dude into something worth viewing. How did they drop the ball? No, he didn't win a world heavyweight championship, but why would he? He's not world heavyweight championship caliber. Like, it's okay to be an intercontinental champion. It's okay to be in the mid card. It's okay to be the United States champion. If anything, if I was Ricochet, I would have waited for Wes Lee to come up on the main roster, formed a high flying tag team with Wes Lee. That could be successful. Beg Triple H to bring back the Cruiserweight title. That can be successful. And this is something we talked about on stream last night. Let me fix my little mic real quick. Something we talked about on stream last night. You see, there's this view in the wrestling community, mainly the IWC, but I am not a part of the IWC. I'm a part of the IWA, the Internet Wrestling Alliance. There's this belief in the IWC that because you can do high flying moves, you deserve a heavyweight championship. That's not true. You see, the problem with titles these days is WWE, TNA, AEW, in most companies that exist, they make you feel like the end all be all in your career is to be a heavyweight champion. It is okay to be the best cruiserweight champion that ever lived. It is okay to be the best junior heavyweight champion that ever lived. It is okay to be the best light heavyweight champion that ever lived, the best United States champion that ever lived, the best intercontinental champion that ever lived, the best European champion that ever lived. It is okay to be in your bracket. It's okay. You see, in boxing, they have middleweight, heavyweight, bantamweight, lightweight. I think bantamweight is a part of it. Bantamweight might be MMA. I'm not sure. But they have different weight calibers for different weights of people, male and female. Light heavyweight, middleweight, heavyweight. You don't see Floyd Mayweather trying to challenge Mike Tyson because he's not a heavyweight. And as much as wrestling always talks about the realism of wrestling and how wrestling is a sport, why isn't it treated like a sport then? If it's a sport, you have people who are in the contendership for the heavyweight championship, light heavyweight championship, middleweight championship. A guy like Ricochet, honestly, he could be a good light heavyweight champion. And that's what his career is based off of. There is no problem with that. The big one doesn't have to be the heavyweight championship for everyone. And it's just this idea that people get in their head that they think is the situation, and it's not. The big one does not have to be the heavyweight championship. Not everybody is meant to be heavyweight champion, world champion. Some people are meant to be the intercontinental champion and do a damn good job at it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? If they would have stuck to Rey Mysterio being the best cruiserweight champion that ever came into business, that's not a problem. He doesn't have to be a heavyweight champion because you're not a heavyweight. When you beat a guy that's 250 pounds more than you, even though we know wrestling is fake, but trying to sell a story of realism in wrestling, how can you sell that story when you got a guy that's 175 pounds beating a guy that's 325 pounds? That don't make sense because that don't even happen in real life. I mean, it's possible. Anybody could knock your tail out. Anybody could knock you out in life. If you sleeping and you're not paying attention, anybody can punch you right in the mouth and knock you clean on the floor. You'd be clean on the floor, drooling. Like some of these AEW fans who drool over their Kenny Omega pillows and they Tony Khan blankets and suck on their new Young Bucks binkies. Anybody can knock you clean the hell out in life. But if we're selling the realism of wrestling, like different weight classes and things like that, it has to be believable. And I pray every single day that since WWE is ties with UFC, that maybe they'll start thinking about, okay, so this is a sport. This is professional wrestling. Let's do it like this. There are guys who are heavyweights, middleweights, light heavyweights, and guys who are meant to be intercontinental, United States, and European champions. And that goes along with the girls as well. Not everybody is meant to be the heavyweight champion. See, the calibers for the women, you could kind of keep, because women usually have a weight that they go up to in WWE. So you really don't need a light heavyweight women's champion. You can really just have a women's world champion and then have an intercontinental tag team, things like that. But back on the topic of Ricochet, listen, bro, the best thing you've done in your wrestling career in WWE is pull Samantha Irvin. That's it. I mean, you've had a lot of high spots and a lot of flips and hops and jumps and pop moments, but your moment when it matters the most, when you pick the mic up, it's almost like you should put the mic right back down. When you was talking about, oh, everybody talking, and Drew McIntyre says, shut up then. Why don't you shut up? Completely killed all of the hype you could have got off of the statement you made because you didn't have a comeback. You're not quick with it. And when you're not quick with it on the mic, it'll show. And your lack of mic skills will cause a lack of fan cheering skills. They only cheer for you because they know they're going to see some high spots. But as far as the story that keep people engaged, that keep people watching every single week, without the story or the story being told or words being said, you're not interesting. Why do you think a guy like Bronson Reed is not interesting? He has the size, he has the muscle, he has the tank build, but his mic skills are a snooze fest. It's a snooze fest. And that's the same thing for you, Ricochet. See, a guy like Chad Gable, yeah, he might not be the biggest guy in the business, but Chad Gable got charisma, mic skills, in-ring work that he needs to have, the minimal amount that you need to have. And he has a persona where he's an Olympian, so he's technically a real athlete. Not even technically, he's a real athlete. I mean, wrestlers are athletes. He's a real person that's been in sports and competed in real wrestling. If I had a choice to give Ricochet a contract or give it to Chad Gable, I'm giving it to Chad Gable. Because if they go get a middleweight division or an intercontinental division they keep, or the United States Championship division they keep, a guy like Chad Gable is perfect for that. So no, we don't care about Ricochet going to All Elite Wrestling, AEW. It's time for him to go to AEW. That's where he really want to be. Because when you go to AEW, you're not expected to be anything better than you were 5 years ago, just like they have been. And you're also not expected to swipe your armpits with deodorant, which we talked about last night. When you go to AEW, you don't have any expectations. So yes, congratulations, Ricochet. You are leaving WWE, and you are officially about to be All Elite. If you was a real one, you would go to TNA and go do something crazy in the X division with Mustafa Ali. But that's the true test, because that's going to help your growth and development as an artist in this wrestling business. So until then, we'll see. But if you go to AEW, I won't be surprised. He'll give you a big contract. He'll give you silly matches. You'll face Kenny Omega. You'll face all of these jobbers. And then once he's done with you, you're going to go sit in the back with the Blackpool Catering Club. This has been Master Marks. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, tell us if you hate us, tell us if you love us in the comment section. Show up tonight for the Monday Night Raw watch party. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers and the Master Marks Militia and the Day One Doggy Bones. If you want to donate to the channel, you can go ahead and cash up us $ Master Marks. If you want to throw some in our doggy ball, doggy in our doggy bone. That's too much words to say at one time. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers and the Master Marks Militia and the Day One Doggy Bones. I will see y'all tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Ricochet Is All Elite. I'm out this bitch.
I just wanna feel You're in charge, girl, I need that. I need to feel something.